Oh gosh, caught me off the hop. Oh, didn't check my hair, did I? But I'm awake, I'm here, and we are getting ready for the daily Lenormand card spread reading. I have it all done. Well, no, I don't. I don't have it all done. I have sort of got it ready ish. You can see me fiddling around with it. And now I've got something in my hair, probably. It's just so fuzzy. Now, it is a Sunday morning. I did change that on the fly from the Saturday yesterday to Sunday today. Isn't it so easy to change time and dates? So we're here, and so is Michaela. Hi, lovely, and good morning. And to Diane, a good morning to you. And Michaela's awake as well. Yes, I have actually been awake since 5:30 actually, and been at the desk, and I got distracted with other things I love doing, so writing and etc. So I nearly missed my own timeline for this one. So lovely to have you here. And we've got Alison as well. Oh, have you changed your photo? Your avatar photo thingy. And Michaela saying good morning to Diane. It's like a little family, isn't it? And good morning to Kim. How are you this morning? And there's Michaela saying good morning to Kim. So I love it. I love it. And me, I am Ros Boundy Psychic Medium, presenting this for you so that you can enjoy the possibilities of what is given to us from Spirit through the tools like cards and that. And we are here to do a daily Lenormand card spread reading. Good morning, Michelle. And we have Kim responding back to Michaela. Lovely, lovely, isn't it? Pressing buttons, yes. Yes, I'm creating a few checklists for my own use, but to modify them a bit more too for some students. So it's great to actually have the technology we have. In older days past, it would have been pen and paper and using a printing press. So yes, it's wonderful, isn't it? And a happy Sunday. So true, Donna Marie. Thank you. And Diane saying good morning to Michaela. It's so cool. Here we are. We are going to go over to the cards and do the card spread. And there is Donna Marie saying good morning to everyone. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Here we go. I'm switching over to this screen. This is my little fold-up portable table with a nice maroon magenta. No, it's not magenta, it's a maroony red. Anyway, this is where I've got the cards this morning. I'm only going to choose one of the number cards, so I'll leave that guidebook out, and we'll do two of the Lenormand cards. Because it's a weekend, I don't mind doing them as a slightly different layout to these. It gives it a bit of difference. So there we go. Clear them. Now I'm just choosing, and I have the intention in my head as I'm shuffling these that what I'm doing is choosing and making a mess of it, as you can see with the shuffle. Oh, God, only because I'm trying to look at the screen and chat with you at the same time. Oh, God, look, there it is. We've got that card. There it is. Number 9, humanitarianism. Hey, that's an interesting one to choose, actually, because, yeah, I did have a dream about, the sustainability of the earth. It was because I was watching a show yesterday that was about the war on waste and how much we waste, and how, and this guy was actually presenting it as a, we really need to be doing something now. It was very interesting, but it was for teenage young adult ladies who go shopping all the time and wear a different garment not more than once. So they'd be continually buying clothes, and the amount of waste, landfill that clothes go to. Oh, it was just so interesting. And I sort of thought, well, these younger generations do need to be caring for their own environment and being educated more about it's their responsibility to not, to increase the landfill and stuff themselves as well. We all need to be doing this. Is that too loud with the shuffling? It does sound a bit noisy, doesn't it? So I'm just going to choose the 2 cards from here, and it's the lilies. And, oh, nice. Nice cards to choose. Is that far enough up? Let's have a look at it this way. We'll do them so that they're aesthetically pleasing. There we go. We've got the 2 sets of cards. I'm just going to put some more of the comments. Good morning, Carolyn. It's lovely to have you here. Whoa! And it's quality over quantity, and op shops are amazing. And that's the type of education we need to be sending to the younger ones. It is their future earth that we, as our age group and the rest, are consciously becoming more aware of how we need to be reducing all that is overproduced and waste, minimalising a bit so that they do have their future in front of them. And yet, right at the moment, so many of them are being marketed to in a way that everything is instant, dispensable, and it doesn't matter, buy, 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 buy. And it's all frivolous. Anyway, I've got my hobby horse about that. I better not do that. It's not the good platform for it, but you know what I mean? I thoroughly agree. Yes, it is a throwaway generation. Who is the we need to go back to that level of yeah, we cannot keep producing and marketing in the way that we do, so that we are creating a rubbish dump of earth, basically. And good morning, Connie. Whoops. There we go. Oh, you had a dream of your old dog that passed away. It was the most beautiful dream. I love those types of dreams. They really give you that loving energy, don't they, to wake up to remember it. I think it's wonderful. And yeah, your kids get hand-me-downs from cousins. Normally can't hand down once they're down with them though. Oh yeah, that is true. But there are ways of, we can wear more than once. I wear out. That's my principle. You'll see that I don't wear many different types of clothes on these live streams. I will wear something until it wears out. I don't care if I'm seen in it multiple times, even as a live streamer. It doesn't bother me. Oh, good morning, Joy, all the way over there in Broome. Is it warm there? Because it's jolly freezing here at the moment. And I chose to put short sleeves on, only because it's comfortable. It's a cotton top. So I do like to wear as natural a fibre as I can too. Not so much of what is the petro-produced ones, oil-produced, the synthetic stuff. I try. I do my best. And then I'll wear my clothes out. So we'll continue on with the reading though. So what we've got is the 9-card humanitarianism. It's hard to see that. Well, I find it hard to see. This is the 9 from the numbers work deck that I have, okay? So number 9 and humanitarianism. So I'll put that back down there. We'll look it up in the book, because these ones I've got no idea what they mean. I do have to. Sometimes the guidebooks and things like that are necessary. So here we go. There's the guidebook, and it's the top one up here. So it is, consideration is required for all the seekers' environment, however large this may be. So as you offer your service, the universe will reward. So keep goals realistic though. We do need to keep in mind that that the level of understanding that each and every one of us has around what we do, how we spend our money and live our lives, it is each and every one of us our own responsibility. But it's our understanding that we're coming from. Others have different understandings. And that's why I think it really needs to get back down to the base level of the companies, manufacturers, the advertising and everything, to start creating that more responsible way of living our lives. And there is big dollars in those types of industries too. It doesn't have to be just in manufacturing and creating things that we throw away and break, just, I'll get off my hobby horse. What we have with our Rana George deck, I'll keep reading, keep doing these. Beautiful deck, isn't it? And Alison, you wear your clothes and shoes out too? You do? Yeah. I have a big habit of don't wear shoes at home, so I know it doesn't do my feet too well, so I'm told. But I do believe that we came in without them. I'd run around with nothing on if I could. Well, I do sometimes. Scary. Here's the beautiful lily card, and it's not focusing properly. So it's the lilies I'll read first, and the clover. I'll just get that. And there's the beautiful colours and the design on the clover card. So it really is bringing in. I almost feel like this one, as far as the clover goes, as I read out that humanitarianism one, it's almost like, oh, good luck with that, trying to change the minds of marketers and the big companies because they're only in it for the dollars. And what is money is a fabrication to suit the energy exchange of one item for another. I'd love to get back to the old bartering system. If you need something and a close neighbour is able to provide that, you swap for something that they need. You know, that to me is what is the way we should be moving through society and, you know, gaining our needs. Wants sometime can be, you know, still attained, but it's having that responsible aspect about it. But it is actually bringing in that we do need to still take those steps. So bring in what we've had from our ancestry, those who've come before. The lilies is a beautiful, peaceful card, and to me, it does mean for me it means that is our you know, what our ancestors have learnt and have passed down through time. You know, for my grandparents, as in my nana and grandpop and grandma and grandpa, they were born right in the early 1900s, as in 1908, you know, that early in there. They lived through what was called the Greatest Depression and had absolutely nothing, so made do with that. And it was the times where there wasn't the necessary electricity supply and things like that. You did grow your own food and things like that. There's some of that knowledge that seems to have been lost. There's that need that isn't there to do that now because everything is so conveniently on our plate. But we're needing to pick up some of those skills again, I think, just for that. Maybe it will still help Mother Earth and future generations for each and every one of us to gather that information, knowledge, and wisdom from those days to put it back into action in what ways we can to actually bring in what is an easier footprint on Mother Earth to be able to stretch it out for those who are our future. Okay. And and Diane saying, "Oh, Ros, nude? Yes, nude. So much more comfortable than trying to put on clothes quickly in the morning." But anyway, and good morning, Joe. Lovely, lovely. I'm not sure what the oh no was. I think that might have been when I was saying, "Oh, I don't mind going around nude." I'm not a naturist or whatever it is, nudist outside. It's only within the house. And Kim, your mother told you that's why you have big feet because you never like wearing shoes. I haven't got big feet. I really haven't. And I'd have to say, though, when I was on the farm as a kid, I did wear shoes all the time. It's just been as I've grown up, I've just loved the feel of bare feet. And I know this dear friend was the one who started to encourage me to actually run around without shoes, putting shoes on. I've done it a couple of times down the street. I know you did all the time, Joy. Do you still do that? And so here we go. You too, Michelle? Yeah, yeah. So as far as you know, as far as what these cards have for us this morning, I do think it is starting. I'm getting so many reminders from Spirit myself that these um, responsibilities start with us because I think you know so much of what was the. I'll just put that down there rather than going to me just on the screen. I want you to see these a little more clearly. You know, the um, the responsibility started with us when this generation. I mean, there's so much what's that word? Denigrating comments I've read and seen on social media that denigrates the baby boomer. Yes, I'm in that age group that they technically say, "Oh, you're a baby boomer, boomer, boomer. You caused it all," and the rest. Well, in some respects, yes, it has been, but it's also time for our generation still being in that more powered, enabled, and with the finances to be able to put it back into that, not reversing, but to be able to put it back into that focus of being more responsible in how even our children and their children, because it's more our children that are needing to have that education, and those, whatever, Gen X's and Y's and all that sort of stuff. It's everybody's responsibility to have the awareness and to really start to deal with it. It's not just about climate change and global warmings and all that stuff. It's about how we're living into our futures, is what I feel from what the messages are we're getting from these cards. The trending is seeming to be like that for me. The messages we're getting, yeah, good for grounding, having bare feet. It's that connection that holds me to Mother Earth, that feeling of connection, and a little easier, I suppose, in some respects, of moving in every step in those present moments, because you're conscious where you're putting your feet, that you're not going to tread on something sharp or stub your toe against a wall because you're in too much of a hurry, that type of thing. So, yeah, and grown into yourself, Ros, yes, enjoy your body. Exactly, it's being happy with who we are and what we have. We don't need much more than basics, really, to be happy and enjoy life. And moving that forward into sharing that love with each other, out into our communities and the rest, and support. It's not the things that we have that are creating those wonderful feelings. It's how we connect with each other and how we feel about each other in that interaction of friendship, of, social interaction and connections, isn't it? So there we go. And Alison, you love bare feet a lot, even outdoors. I try to, but I don't like treading on prickles and rocks. I'd love to be an actress, but you don't. You're not that comfortable inside if no one is home. Yep, exactly. Sometimes even if someone's home, but it's only one other that'd see me that way. Yes, exactly. But it's still feeling comfortable in your skin. It's just loving ourselves, the whole body. Doesn't matter what we look like and the rest. It's a vessel that's carrying our soul, and nothing more. We've forgotten that, I think. We accepted everything we were offered from people, but the kids want everything new. Absolutely. Because there is that expectation through the marketing that it's not good enough unless it is brand new. You can't, that's where the switch needs to be back to go shop in the op shops. There is so much, even crockery and how we can design our homes and what we're placing. If you need to replace something, look in an op shop first. See if there's something that will suit your purpose within that realm, because there has been so much of quality that's been made over past years that still is in action even now, and you can do that. I love some of the bone-handled knives and forks. I've got some of what my mum's, actually grandma's, have had over time. I use those all the time instead of brand new, stainless steel and the rest. Must admit the steel ones are a bit harder to keep because they can rust. It's not all stainless steel. So there, yes, exactly. So, and great conversation. Oh, thank you, Diane. I hadn't actually. I will go back to this. So, have your last glance of these cards. It is with and come from that space of your inner heart and soul as we move through our day too. Humanitarianism, we do need to think of the big picture a lot more often than we do, and bringing in what our relatives, our ancestors have taught us through time. Some of those lessons we still haven't learnt, as in go to war. That's what seems to be a lot of the issue these days. I want something, let's go to war with it. That lesson hasn't been learned, but bring in those others that we can learn from. We are going to create our own good luck. It's there. It's being shown to us. So that's the glance of those. So your young adults buy op shop, they love it. Yeah, well, yes, I think two of mine do. I don't know about the other two, but certainly the girls have got a very deeper level of consciousness around reuse and do the op shop stuff. It's great to see that moving through, because as far as from me to them and hopefully to their children and the rest. I know as they've been growing, it was the lending library for toys that was what was utilised. More so than buying new toys, it was go and borrow them from the library because they had toys for lending, and it's finding those alternative ways. So it's a great set of cards for today. I'm very pleased they showed up as they did, but doesn't Spirit connect with us perfectly? If we allow ourselves to be open to these messages, the signs and symbols that we get, that is that direct connection, tap into it, get more practiced at that. And I'm sure that you'll find that that really loving feeling is going to grow and grow because of that connection, because it's within self first. And then we just effuse that almost like, I don't know, an incense. Be that incense out to those in your family, your community, and elsewhere. So there you go. And yeah, oh, I think I showed that one, didn't I? I just saw this comment from Teresa. That's a lovely spelling of your name. I've never seen it spelt that way. That's lovely. And Baltimore, is that Canadian or is that American? I can't quite remember. I love that this is global as well. It really does bring out that we are international. We are global. And I'm learning some of the geometry's maths, geography of the world by connecting with all you people. It's just wonderful. Thank you. And Teresa, this is actually a general card spread reading. So do go back, and it's USA. Ah, cool. I'll put that up there for those that want to watch the replay, that are going to watch the replay. It is a general card spread reading, so watch it just from whatever spot at the start, probably around the 3 or 4 minute mark, where I start the general card spread reading. You need to tune into the spirit connection that you have. It might be that you feel the presence of angels and they're speaking to you, or it could be your direct spirit guides, your wisdom guidance in whatever way that you receive it. So, and they'll bring you more than just what I've explained. So, thank you, Michelle, for the lovely chit chat this morning. Well, it's a Sunday morning here, isn't it? It feels just the right time to have a bit of a chit chat. I haven't gone this long before. I started doing these daily card spread readings with the intention of it only being explain the reading and finish within 10 minutes. But I suppose it's a bit like the Facebook stuff and the Twitter and the TikTok and the Instagram reels and short videos and all sorts, even YouTube now. Once one of them started doing the short reels and the rest, they've all chased their tails to be the best at it. And then Instagram started it, it had to be 19 seconds or under, and now they offer a minute or whatever it is. They kept increasing the time. Mate, that's what I'm doing, isn't it? Sneaking the time in and extending it. But it's fun. It is Sunday. As you move about your day, have that loving connection with inner self, that soul level, to the greatest of all that is our connected source in whatever way you want to label it, whether it's God, whether it's Allah, whether it is just Great Spirit. We all have our own understanding and belief around that. Tap into it in whatever way you need to understand our world and how we're connected within it, with each other, using that humanitarian card as your mantra for the day. So thank you, thank you. And a reminder, recycle, reuse. Yes, exactly. And thank you, Michaela. And the lady who had a dream about a dog, that's your gorgeous pet, using the dream room to connect with you and saying hi. Absolutely. That's how my Peanuts got her name, was by that fashion. And thank you. And the talking life is what we all need. Oh, isn't it? Thank you so much. Great way to start the day. Thank you. I will leave it there, however. So walk out in your world being the best you, and with all the understandings and uniqueness of who you are. And big hugs there. Oh, I love that. Thank you, Ros. Big hugs. And just be the best you. Love it. Love you. Thank you. Appreciate you muchly. So until tomorrow, beautiful reading and fun chat as always. Got to put that one up. Thank you. Thank you. Bye for now.